is in the ring.
Live from the Armstrong Memorial Arena, this is DCW Synergy. And I am your host of 10 Toes Down, your DCW Women's Champion from the Double White Toe Worldwide, Bobbi Thunder. Now, I'm sure y'all all have wondered, why exactly do I make my home office look like the front of a trailer park? Well, it's because in a place very similar to this, I learned to stand 10 toes down on unadulterated, mildly educated, premeditated, Bobbi Business. I wanted to show everyone that it doesn't matter what your background is, where you come from, who you are, you got all the potential in the world to go double wide to worldwide. And our guest tonight talk about worldwide. He's come from a very different background that you and I would be used to. They call him the World's Warrior. They call him the Jacked Stack Daddy. Folks, from London, England, this is Shreddy.
Who's the daddy?
Well, folks, one of the most decorated names on the European independent wrestling scene, Shreddy, making his DCW Synergy debut here tonight in Mobile, Alabama. Folks, Carmen Michael and Walker Stewart on the call here. Get a good look at this, Walker.
I'm loving it every single day. Listen,
oddly enough, you look very similar to the jacket.
Well, I might be jacked, I might be stacked, but I'm not daddy, I'll tell you that much. The Jack Stack Daddy
I'll cover that one.
Man himself, Shreddy, making his way down the ringside. I, for one, cannot wait to see what Shreddy's intentions are here in Mobile, Alabama.
Who's the
Challengers stepping up all across the globe here at DCW Synergy. We've seen it for years, and now Shreddy stepping up to, well, the trailer park here for Bobbi Thunder is 10 toes down. Do you think there's any similarities here between Shreddy and Bobbi Thunder?
Yeah, well, I can't think of many, but I'll tell you one thing. Bobbi Thunder, no stranger to championship gold. Shreddy, also no stranger to championship gold. All across the pond, but making his way to the South here for the first time. I can't wait to see what Shreddy has in mind tonight.
Oh, wait a minute. May have found himself a parting gift.
I think they do have those in London.
I say, what do they call toast in London?
Well, I'm not too sure. I always bet
Ask Chris.
Oh,
Chris would know.
Oh, come on.
Take a look, folks. The genetic specimen known as Shreddy. The crowd here in Mobile, Alabama getting a great look. Let's see what the worldwide superstar has to say.
I think I'll stand, thank you very much.
Okay, well, suit yourself. Well, Shreddy, you have come a long way. I would say a couple 100 miles, a hop, a skip, a jump, maybe even a swim to get here. But around here, we like to make ourselves good hosts. So something I've done for you, I'm sure you've noticed around here, we don't have no bangers and mash. But I got you a hookup with our sponsor, Big Bad Breakfast, and while you're in town, you got yourself unlimited shrimp and grits. How about that, y'all?
Hey, what about that?
First things first, Shreddy doesn't even know what grits is. So he's definitely not going to put that in his mouth. But stand up for me. Just do me a favor, will ya? Stand up. Stand that butt up. I know what you've came to say. Shut your mouth when I'm talking. I expect every single one of you to go. I can't hear myself think. So I need complete silence from all of you if you want to hear me talking tonight.
All right, baby. Just, they ain't gonna listen to you, okay? So you don't know what grits are, whatever.
Hold that.
What exactly are we looking at here?
What you're looking at here is the finest 100% filet mignon British beef, the Jack Stack Daddy Shreddy!
All right, Shreddy, so you've worked all over Great Britain, all over the United Kingdom, Ireland, France, Switzerland, Qatar, even parts of America. So you're back here in the South. What do you got to say about that good old Southern hospitality?
The Southern hospitality down in here. You're talking about that double wide, and I can see there's a lot of people in here who need a double wide seat to sit down. We don't get that back home. Believe me, we don't get that back home. But all of these people here tonight, my shredheads, you can learn to appreciate, to call me Shreddy. But Bobby, tell all of these people why you call me Daddy.
Well, don't worry, we reinforced the commentary chairs.
Well, I appreciate that.
Am I blushing, y'all? Yeah, no, I didn't think so. Okay, listen here, Shreddy. All right, I might be 170 pounds of cornmeal stealing sex appeal, but that ain't the work that the Bobbi Business is in, okay? I am the DCW Women's Champion, and not only that, I am the host of 10 Toes Down, which means you are just a guest. You are a guest here at DCW. You're a guest in this whole dang country.
Jack Stack Daddy!
You're the guest in this whole dang country, okay? And if you want to continue to be a guest, you're going to talk to me and all these folks out here with the utmost respect, okay? Welcome. And this Sunday, there's a Super Bowl happening. And guess what? It ain't that footsie football y'all play over there. We don't put beans on toast. And when we give you tea, you're going to drink it iced with some Dixie Crystal. And if you're lucky, I'll stir it with my finger and make it real sweet for you. Ain't that just Bobby-licious?
I've never had so much crap in all my life, but it doesn't surprise me because we are in the toilet of America right here tonight.
You know what? Shreddy, fortunately for all of us here, I think we're running out of time, huh? But since you love it here so much, why don't you tell everyone why exactly you came to DCW?
There's only one thing that Shreddy needs, and that's the DCW World Heavyweight title, and that's exactly what I've came for. I'm taking that. I'm going back to England, and you and these morons, these pieces of trailer park trash, ain't ever going to see that belt again.
Well, y'all heard it here, folks. Andy V10 Hansen, start your engines! And get ready for Shreddy.
Well, the international superstar making his intentions known, Shreddy, to challenge for the DCW Heavyweight Championship. But folks, do not go anywhere. More action to come right after this.
The beach is always just a lime away. Corona, La Playa awaits.
Some dream of curling up on the couch for the night. Others dream of spending all day in their outdoor oasis.
You're my favorite.
Whatever the dream, it's in reach. At IKEA, dream the possibilities.
I take myself up to keep from snacking.
You should try Wonderful Pistachios. They're tasty and healthy.
Delicious. High five.
See you out there.
Introducing new frosted sodas and floats. Only at Chick-fil-A.
Everybody come clap your hands. Or don't you know when you dance, you've got to smile or you can't cry. Try it a while, you'll be surprised. Baby,
Float.
it's a rock and roll
Pop,
music. I said I
spin, and slide like an original. The original Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich and new frosted sodas and floats. Only at Chick-fil-A.
How's it going, folks? Carmen Michael joined by the one and only Walker Stewart. And just like that, our main event set for tonight. Just as quickly as Andy V10 Hansen won championship gold, now contenders are already lining up. And none other than Shreddy heads to the main event.
No, I mean, I had to jump the gun there. I'm so excited for this matchup. London's own Shreddy here in Mobile, Alabama. I can't wait for it.
Well, folks, speaking of championships, up next, the Diamond Destiny champion Lashley Flair set for non-title action. Let's head to the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, our opening contest is a non-title match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from McAllen, Texas, Build Different, Donald Blake.
The outlaw from McAllen, Texas, with his eyes set on championship gold once again. Tonight may be non-title action, but a win over Lashley Flair would certainly put him into contention, Walker.
Yeah, no doubt about it. The McAllen, Texas native. You know, I myself, I've spent a lot of time. I've done a lot of wrestling over in McAllen, Texas. And all they've been talking about the past few months has been Donald Blake this, Donald Blake that. Over here in Mobile, Alabama, well, let's see if he can get his hands on a potential championship opportunity.
Donald Blake certainly has that air of confidence about him, calls himself Built Different. We'll see if he's able to separate himself from the pack here tonight against the realest champ, Lashley Flair.
And his opponent from Mobile, Alabama, he is the Diamond Destiny champion, the realest champ,
From the rough streets of Mobile, Alabama to the bright lights of DCW, Lashley Flair looking to create a name for himself, to create a better life, not just for him, but for his family as well. And has already done such a great job as DCW Diamond Destiny champion. He's really represented this company well.
To talk about Destiny, you have to look ahead to the future. And here in Diamond Championship Wrestling, it is a diamond-studded future for all involved. Lashley Flair specifically as Diamond Destiny Heavyweight Champion. I can't wait to see how this man fares tonight.
Stand out at the Diamond Mine Wrestling Academy, which many of our stars here at DCW Synergy are. You can certainly see a lot of glimpses of the stars of tomorrow here each and every week on DCW Synergy. We know very few here in the DCW locker room have that connection with the crowd like Lashley Flair does. Really represents his people well. Again, folks, this is non-title action. However, a win for Donald Blake certainly would catapult him to the front of the line when it comes to championship gold.
No doubt about it. Donald Blake, less than 5 years of experience in the sport of pro wrestling, but a mustache that looks like 20 years of experience. I'll tell you that much. Donald Blake, an absolute phenomenal physique, phenomenal look to the McAllen, Texas native. I can't wait to see what happens tonight.
Mustache that would make Rick Rude blush.
Oh.
Donald Blake, as aggressive as they come, had quite the dominant tag team championship run here in DCW, has yet to obtain singles gold, and that's certainly been a big goal of Donald Blake.
You know, we talk about tag team wrestling. We're just coming off the back of a massive tag team tournament to crown new DCW tag team champions, and good Lord have mercy, I can't wait to see those champions coming up very soon.
Saw Andy V10 Hansen and Thaddeus Takeover Collins shock the world just a few short weeks ago here on Synergy to kick off the new year. We're opponents against one another, and there they found that respect for one another. They knew that they could ride into battle together as tag team partners, and not only winning the tag team championships, Andy V10 Hansen shocking the world and winning the DCW Heavyweight Championship as well. And of course, we know that title will be on the line in our main event still to come.
Yeah, we're going to talk about it a lot then, but it's a very difficult task to not just defend one but two championships in the same organization. Andy Hansen has a massive task ahead of him coming up very, very soon as Lash LaFlair and Donald Blake continue to come to grips here.
Lash with a beautiful drop kick taking down Donald Blake.
They don't call this kid Flair for nothing, Carmen.
Blake rocked, finds himself into the corner, still enough wherewithal to shove LaFlair to the apron, and now LaFlair, ever the agile athlete, finds his way on the top rope. Crossbody from LaFlair into the cover and a kick out.
Massive, massive opportunity here for Donald Blake against the Diamond Destiny champion here tonight in Lash LaFlair. You have to wonder if the pressure starts to sit somewhere heavy on the mind of Donald Blake, especially if he could not manage to find the victory in that tag tournament.
Oh! Springboard crossbody from LaFlair, and again, Donald Blake able to power out. And like you said, that weight weighing on the shoulders of Donald Blake, you got to imagine the more this match goes on, the more Lash LaFlair able to get those near falls. That's got to affect the confidence of Donald Blake, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, absolutely, no doubt about it. But Donald Blake, you see the confidence here. I mean, a confident cover into the rear chin lock, Carmen. And as we get into the action going forward throughout the evening, Donald Blake has to be a put the pedal to the metal type of athlete. It's do or die nowadays in DCW. We kicked off the new year strong over the past few weeks, but the year is going to continue to develop. You can't get left behind.
The thing about Donald Blake, he knows exactly when to put that pressure on, and right now he's slowing down the momentum of Lash LaFlair. We've seen just what Lash LaFlair can do when he has that distance, when he's able to get to the top rope, when he's able to bounce off that middle rope, and right now, Donald Blake looking to keep the champion grounded into the cover.
Ooh.
And again, Lash LaFlair, the champion, still showing that heart we've come to know.
Yeah, Lash LaFlair has been one who has been very active on social media. Definitely talks a big game. Does the Diamond Destiny Heavyweight Champion.
He's very confident. Has held practically every championship there is to hold here except for the Heavyweight Championship. Cover made. Again, we talked about that pressure for Donald Blake wanting to earn that opportunity for the Diamond Destiny champion. How much pressure is riding on Lash LaFlair here, knowing that should he lose to Donald Blake, well, I mean, he just proved to himself that Donald Blake has what it takes to win that championship.
I mean, I think LaFlair is a fighting champion. I think LaFlair is the type who would have no problem whatsoever defending that title against Donald Blake. But yeah, you never want to give an athlete a leg up over you, especially as a reigning champion.
LaFlair, the redshirt freshman for the University of Mobile basketball team, certainly has his fair share of athletic ability. We've seen that on full display here tonight as now sent off the ropes. Oh! Rough landing there for the champion, and now Donald Blake into the cover.
2. I mean, it'd be a really, really sweet thing down the line if he can make his way back to McAllen, Texas. I'm talking Donald Blake here as the Diamond Destiny champion, and that is not something that is very, very easily done. But this is, as we remind the people at home, non-title action tonight.
LaFlair off the ropes again, brings down Blake, full head of steam. This right here is exactly where Lash LaFlair is at his most dangerous. Oh, step up knee strike in the corner.
You heard the pop on that one. Watch this now, Carmen.
Rocking the jaw of Donald Blake and now hoisting him up. Ooh. Down goes Blake and LaFlair back on his feet.
LaFlair just a special breed of athlete.
There we go, dropping the elbow. He calls this the LaFlair drop. Doing it only the way LaFlair can. Was going for that third, but Donald Blake had it scouted.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Donald Blake, one of the smartest athletes you'll find on the Diamond Championship Wrestling roster. Knew exactly what was coming, made his way out of the way, but watch this.
Very calculated athlete.
Ooh.
This time had it scouted.
Yeah, that's the intelligence. I like this out of Donald Blake.
He has studied the playbook of Lash LaFlair and right now staying one step ahead. Very shades of Fit Finley here. Trapping LaFlair with the apron.
I mean, a lot of people won't call it moral, but I am loving what I'm seeing right now, Carmen.
We got to be careful here not to get too distracted.
Oh, wait
there
a minute.
We go.
Yeah, you're right.
The ref with a 10 count.
The referee's decision is a double disqualification.
A double disqualification here, Carmen.
Seems unfair to Lash LaFlair. He was strapped. What was Lash LaFlair doing to earn a disqualification?
Oh, wait, come on now. Well, he's certainly not earning anything at this point.
Nonetheless, Donald Blake still the aggressor here in this situation. Lash LaFlair unable to move out from under the apron.
I believe we stand corrected here tonight. That is a double count out that we've experienced on the outside here. I mean, that ruling will stand, but Donald Blake absolutely frustrated.
Upon further clarification, built different Donald Blake has been disqualified. Your winner, Lash LaFlair.
Again, folks, referee's discretion.
Wow.
Donald Blake, the aggressor in that situation, was making no attempt to make his way back into the ring. Instead, was looking to inflict punishment on the champion.
Whoa, you know where I wanna go. Dancing in the afterglow. Sunset putting on a show. Oh. Whoa.
Wellness perfectly picked for you. Now at Target.
Just stress sweating through my third set of scrubs. Totally normal, very healthy. I'm sure it's not a sign of emotional unraveling.
You need new Secret Clinical Antiperspirant, STAT. Secret gives 3 times more stress sweat protection.
Thanks. Got a bunch.
Secret, stay fresher under pressure.
What do you think about T-Mobile Home Internet only being $35 a month?
We need to take your mind off of this. Come check out my new man cave.
T-Mobile's got home internet, just $35 a month, and it's guaranteed for 5 years.
Introducing the new GLP-1 pill on Ro. It's the same weight loss ingredient as the shot, now in a pill. The first ever FDA-approved GLP-1 pill for weight loss on Ro, with an innovative formula that finally unlocks real GLP-1 results in a pill. 1 pill a day to lose 14% of your body weight in a year. The lowest price FDA-approved GLP-1 ever. Now on Ro.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Rockville, Tennessee, weighing 152 pounds, he is the Gift, Ray Sanders.
We talked about challengers coming from all across the globe. The Gift, Ray Sanders, a standout of the Memphis wrestling scene, making his DCW debut here tonight.
Well, Carmen, tell me all about this man. It's my first time laying my eyes on Ray Sanders. What makes this man the Gift?
Well, he's certainly very confident, calls himself the Gift. He's as athletic as they come. Easy for me to say, as arrogant as they come. And trust me, he could have delivered that a lot better than I could have. Never a man accused of being humble is the Gift, Ray Sanders. You want to talk about humble, you want to talk about hardworking, you want to talk about made his way from the bottom.
Alabama, it's Uncle Earl.
What an ovation for Uncle Earl. Kenny Walker.
We're having a good time here tonight, Carmen. Uncle Earl makes his way down to ringside. We're set for singles action. But it's the first time we've seen Uncle Earl since, well, he was supposed to be wrestling in that tag team tournament. And, well, as it went, I mean, we never saw any partner for Uncle Earl, but we did see a heinous beatdown from the Cult.
It was a rough night for Uncle Earl, surrounded by the Cult of Azazel. Beat down, and then still showing that heart that Uncle Earl is known for, but still went into battle. 2-on-1. Ultimately did not come up with a victory. However, still with a smile on his face, not going to let it get him down. My question is, if Uncle Earl's here, who's watching my truck?
Well, that's a good question. I'm certainly not. You know, I started growing out my beard a little bit more thanks to Uncle Earl. This man's giving me grooming advice in a way that you could have never pictured. Not letting Earl touch my hair.
Have you Have you tried the beard oil
He's
yet?
a beard man only.
Whether it's grooming tips, whether it's dancing tips, Uncle Earl, certainly a wealth of knowledge here from the DCW broadcast team. What do you call that move there, Walker?
Yeah, that's the good old 2, 3, 4 step. Do all those steps at once. Let's sound the bell. Let's do it, Carmen.
Match officially underway. Uncle Earl taking on the Gift, Ray Sanders. Tonight's action brought to you by the Stables Bar, your go-to spot in downtown Mobile to catch all the biggest games. So grab your crew, saddle up to the bar, and come relax in their neighborhood.
I think Uncle Earl loves the Stables Bar, actually.
I've seen him there plenty of times.
It doesn't shock me you go there. Yeah, we love the stables around here. Uncle Earl has got to try and get out of the stables here, though. I mean, really get the horses off to the race, so to speak. And as it stands here today, I mean, coming off the back a few weeks ago of a tag team loss, or a handicap loss, rather, a match we barely even really got to see, well, he's got to try and find something singles action.
Well, Uncle Earl clearly entering this matchup less than 100%. You got to be careful to make sure the Gift, Ray Sanders, doesn't put the horse out to pasture. Ray Sanders talked about a standout of the Memphis wrestling scene, former Memphis Heritage Champion, former Memphis Wrestling Tag Team Champion. He's got accolades in practically every sport imaginable. Talking about basketball, football, track, cross country, but we'll see tonight if he's redneck strong like Uncle Earl. That's kind of like a shot put, right?
Well, somewhat. You can definitely see it. The Gift, Ray Sanders, a lot of experience in this man's back pocket.
Oh, wait a minute.
I think Uncle Earl has a couple more pockets on him.
Going for that slop bucket. Ray Sanders staying one step ahead. He wants no part of, the business end of Uncle Earl.
No doubt about it. Ray Sanders, no stranger to tough competition. You talk about a champion almost everywhere that he's gone, including Memphis. Even had a brief stint over at the New Japan Pro Wrestling Dojo over in Carson, California, training under incredible athletes like Fred Rosser, Rocky Romero, Kushida. Let's see if he's going to pull any of that technique out tonight. That's a Kushida-style attack.
I was about to say, I wonder if he stole that one. Biting the arm of Uncle Earl, then dropping it down over the top rope, and now the target is set. Repeatedly driving the elbow of Uncle Earl. And now wrapping it around that top rope. Again, folks, that is a steel cable set to high tension. A lot of pressure being put on the elbow of Uncle Earl.
You know, since we were introduced to Ray Sanders earlier on in the night, I was trying to figure out what is this gift? What is the gift that Ray Sanders possesses? And besides just incredible in-ring acumen, you have to know that the gift is what we're getting right now. We get to experience, well, Ray Sanders. That is if he can survive Uncle Earl.
Right now it's the gift that keeps on giving as Uncle Earl continuing with the gift of the right hand. But Ray Sanders, again, able to cut off Uncle Earl. Again, see the violent nature of Ray Sanders. Uncle Earl already entering this matchup less than 100% with that shoulder, with that elbow as well. And now Ray Sanders with Earl in the corner. Got to be careful not to get disqualified here.
Yeah, we already saw one, well, really shenanigan-like encounter earlier on in the night. Now Ray Sanders trying to do all he can to stay within the boundaries of the rules, but really needs to get his dukes up here.
That's all it takes right there, one right hand.
Whoa, 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 watch it.
Oh! Hey, let me tell you, Uncle Earl, into the cover. Uncle Earl's been staying in shape. He's been tossing the hay bales. He's been training, I've been told, for the Redneck Brawl.
Whoa, the Redneck Brawl.
That's where you see that right hand coming into play. Oh, and a jawbreaker from Ray Sanders.
Yeah, that was absolutely out of nowhere for Ray Sanders.
Able to break the hold of Uncle Earl, and again, going after the arm, bending it around that middle rope, serving as a fulcrum, and now with all the leverage.
Oh, and finally, Ray Sanders learning how to have a little fun here, Carmen.
Adding a little insult to injury. And now looking to continue that punishment. And you got to know Uncle Earl has no quit in him whatsoever. He's going to stay in this fight as long as he can. Sanders, charge again, going for the splash. Nobody home. Uncle Earl staying one step ahead.
Wow.
Now using that sheer size, just barreling through Ray Sanders.
I mean, it almost looks effortless out of Uncle Earl. Look at that.
Oh, Sanders on Dream Street. The slop drop connects, but no. He's not done. Big splash.
Wow, it's over.
Here is your winner, Uncle Earl.
Uncle Earl adding a little extra emphasis to that win there on Ray Sanders.
Norman, this is the best part of my night. I get to hear the song not just once but twice. Uncle Earl victorious, and we're going to celebrate all the way down to the Staples Bar in Mobile.
Well, folks, we're going to keep on dancing. You don't want to see any of this, so we're going to toss it to break. Folks, up next, Ace Lee in action against the debuting Live Wire, Bobbi Ford.
All these notes are so blah.
Why don't you try these new cinnamon pebbles?
Cinnamon.
Baked into every bite.
Noted.
I would say happiness is definitely more important than winning. Sometimes you have to take a step back and remember why you're doing it in the first place and why that makes you happy.
Squish the rainbow. Taste the rainbow.
You make me feel so miserable.
Flonase relieves your worst allergy symptoms so you can start feeling better the same day and save your relationship with nature. Flonase.
Help! I've called the paramedics.
Oh, William got home safe.
And you won't believe it. You remembered his trumpet.
Oh, God, I forgot to let the dog.
It's okay. Liam's walking him right now.
Such a relief.
You got kids?
Family-proof your family with Life 360.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Memphis, Tennessee, at a weight of 187 pounds, Live Wire, Bobbi Business.
We're back here on DCW Synergy. Carmen Michael and Walker Stewart on the call in the debuting Live Wire. Bobbi Ford, hailing from East Memphis, Tennessee, looking to make an electric debut here tonight.
Wow.
See what his shirt said?
Yeah, well, I think it said Bobby's Little T-Ball. I've never said that in my life. Bobbi Ford, the Live Wire, makes his place down the ringside. You said a debut here tonight, Carl.
Absolutely is a debut for one of the most dominant superstars in Memphis wrestling. Bobbi Ford making his way here to Mobile, Alabama. It's been a big night for debuts here tonight, Walker.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Live Wire, Bobbi Ford looking to make his way into DCW Heavyweight. I don't know if you're a big Live Wire guy, but I know you're a big Live Wire guy back today.
we don't talk about that.
Oh.
Ruined a lot of laptops that way.
No doubt.
And his opponent from Magic City, Alabama. He is the wild card, Ace Lee.
We talked about Bobbi Ford being one of the most electric superstars of Memphis, Tennessee. Folks, this right here, the wild card, Ace Lee, one of the most captivating members of the DCW roster, certainly has been a standout of our junior heavyweight division.
I mean, it was just a few weeks back where I got to make my debut alongside you here tonight in DCW. This was the man that stood out to me the most on that night. Wild card for certain. You never know what this man's going to pull out.
He's quick, he's explosive, he hits hard. And the wild card looking to shuffle the deck here at DCW. Gotta imagine he has his eyes set on that vacant junior heavyweight championship. certainly hesitant here to enter the ring with the wild card Ace Lee. Perhaps playing a few mind games, Walker.
I mean, we've come to see that out of his time back in Memphis wrestling, and it's a very different ball of wax here in DCW. I, for one, am very interested to see how this man's going to fare in these parts.
At one point, live wire Bobby Ford was in a position very similar to wild card Ace Lee. Found himself to be a perennial fan favorite. He did the flashy moves. He did the high-flying offense, but now we're seeing a lot more no-nonsense action out of Bobby Ford.
Yeah, and I have to appreciate that. Going back to the basics, going back to the fundamentals of professional wrestling. It's going to set you apart from being a world champion one day and just another guy on the roster.
Well, if you're wild card Ace Lee, you got to be careful to watch out for that 201 Poplar sharpshooter from Bobby Ford. Has put away a number of opponents. Ace Lee, of course, the high flyer. Going to be looking to capitalize, utilize every bit of the ring that he can here for the advantage. Lee now working over the arm of Bobby Ford. It's not typically the strategy we see out of wild card Ace Lee. Why do you think that is, Walker?
Well, I know Ace Lee has been trying out a few new tricks of the trade, so to speak. And, you know, power to him. You got to have a very deep arsenal if you want to survive in the sport of pro wrestling. You can't just be all flash, glitz, and glamour. You got to be able to get down to the roots of things, just like Bobby Ford's doing here.
Hey, folks, he's not all high-flying offense. We're talking about a squat of 425 pounds, a 400-pound deadlift, 315-pound bench. This man as strong as they come, and now using that powerful frame off the middle rope, connecting like a missile.
Oh, like a bullet in the bullet, Carmen Michael.
And the crowd on their feet, erupting for the wild card.
I gotta tell you here, this Ace Lee kid's got something special to him.
Look at the expression on the face of Bobby Ford. As the crowd here in Mobile, Alabama, having a few choice words for the Memphis native. Bobby, got to be careful here to watch the count. We saw that come into play earlier tonight.
Oh, and now, Bobby Ford really trying to goad out Ace Lee here tonight. I mean, Ace has got to try and make sure he's keeping his cool. I know that's not an easy thing to do. You got a man like Bobby Ford on the outside trying to get you, well, a live wire, if you will.
Bobby Ford, the veteran, looking to get under the skin of Ace Lee. Ace can be a bit temperamental, and right now Ace Lee giving chase to Bobby Ford.
And now Bobby Ford,
missing with that elbow. Running around the ring like it's recess, and right now Ace Lee showing off that power game. Drives down Bobby Ford to the mat. Look at the confidence here from Ace Lee now into the cover.
Ooh, not going to be enough, a 2 count only. You know, pro wrestling's not just a sport here, Carmen. It's just as much mental as it is physical, and the mental side you'd imagine goes to live wire Bobby Ford, but really, wild card Ace Lee has walked in with a bit of a royal flush tonight.
Well, Bobby Ford certainly has the advantage when it comes to the bright lights of the wrestling ring. He's found himself in a lot of high-pressure situations, a lot more than Ace Lee. However, you got to think about Ace Lee. His very first match here in DCW was challenging the heavyweight champion, Jack Passion, for the title. And then keep in mind also, this is the same man that did what nobody else would do and saved Scott Armstrong in his final match against Brian Baudelaire, that hellacious street fight that we saw. Ace Lee is courageous as they come. And right now, Ace Lee certainly feeling that punishment on the lower back. Bobby Ford certainly setting up for that 201 Poplar. Of course, that sharpshooter named after, well, a very infamous prison in Memphis. Because once Bobby Ford locks in that maneuver, there's nowhere to go.
Yeah, no escape whatsoever. And right now, that's starting to be how you envision Ace Lee, just the same.
Bobby, very cocky pin there. Certainly not going to keep down the shoulders of Ace Lee, perhaps looking to play a few more mind games.
Yeah, a way that a wrestler pins an athlete, Carmen, you could tell a lot about them just by it. Do they hook the outer leg, the inner leg, or does, in the case of Bobby Ford, just push a couple hands down on the chest like he's nothing? It shows you what he thinks of his opponent.
Certainly not going to keep down the caliber of athlete like Ace Lee. Lee now channeling the energy of the crowd here at the Bullet. Back to his feet. Trying to find his way out desperately. Connecting with the elbow strikes to the midsection. Finally able to break free. Now Lee looking to show off that speed. Right into a back elbow from Bobby Ford. The veteran staying one step ahead.
Yeah, that's just tough. T-U-F-F, tough right now out of Live Wire, Bobby F.
And that's an F-A-K-T if I've ever heard one. Now the Live Wire looking to take advantage. Driving the boot into the sternum of Ace Lee. Looking to utilize every bit of that 5 count.
It's been really, really impressive for as young as Bobby Ford is. The Live Wire has been really commanding this ring, but as it stands right now, that might be changing soon, Carmen.
And now, the former state champion in the sport of football, Ace Lee, looking to show that same grit he showed on the gridiron. The hoisted up, and that back just bent across the knee of Bobby Ford.
Spine ain't supposed to bend that
Ford
way.
into the cover.
2.
You want to talk about a way to make a name for yourself here at DCW, way to explode onto the scene, to be able to put away one of the top athletes here in DCW in wildcard Ace Lee. You got to imagine that would catapult Bobby Ford into championship contention.
Yeah, no doubt about it, but Bobby Ford, I mean, he's not focused on any junior heavyweight championship. He wants the heavyweight, he wants the diamond division, he wants the big gun. Considers Ace Lee to be a smaller competition than he's used to in Memphis.
He wants it all, but now continuing that punishment on the lower back of Ace Lee. Lee, no stranger to fighting through the pain. Quick roll up. Quick roll up.
No.
No stranger to fighting through the pain. We're talking about a man who placed 4th in the state when it comes to amateur wrestling in high school, all while injured. This is a man who has that fortitude, who has that grit, who has that determination. We'll see if it pays off here tonight. We're seeing that confidence of Bobby Ford grow the longer this match goes on, Walker.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You don't have to be the biggest, you just got to be the best. And right now, Bobby Ford is both.
Bobby Ford just bullying Ace Lee. Oh! You can hear that one echoing all throughout the Bullet.
There is nothing kind about a shot like that from the Live Wire.
Oh, Ace Lee showing off some impressive evasive maneuvers. Find himself on the apron. I'm not sure if Bobby Ford is aware. Bobby Ford none the wiser, now turns around, finally sees Ace Lee on the apron.
Yeah, watch it. Ooh.
That confidence biting Bobby Ford in the backside. Lee! Oh! Going for that axe handle.
I mean, just out of midair, swat like a fly. That is exactly how Bobby Ford looks at Ace Lee here.
Bobby Ford with all the confidence in the world, not even breaking a sweat there. Lee trying to fight back, and again, the clubbing blow from Bobby Ford shifts that momentum back in the favor of the veteran. Oh, Lee finds his way out, lands on his feet. This could be his moment, Walker.
Yeah, potentially so.
Oh, Pele kick! A phenomenal maneuver there from Ace Lee.
I see what you did there. No doubt about it. This crowd wants to see Ace Lee put down Memphis's best here tonight in Mobile.
The crowd coming alive for Ace Lee. Now Bobby Ford staggers right into a forearm strike. Ace Lee now building momentum. Look at the swagger. Look at the confidence.
Ooh.
Look at the moves. Bobby Ford over the top rope. And the crowd here coming unglued by the guardrail. Bobby Ford now rolled back into the ring. Lee could be going for that 450, Walker.
That could be potentially so. Aces high here tonight in Mobile.
Lee perched on the top turnbuckle.
Oh, come on.
Bobby Ford staying one step ahead in a rough landing for Ace Lee.
Yeah, hate it if you have to, Carmen, but that's smart pro wrestling right there. And Bobby Ford's put it on display tonight.
And now hoisting Lee onto his shoulders. Oh! Stiff knee strike right to the jaw. Bobby Ford falls into the cover, and folks, this could be, no! Somehow Ace Lee digging deep and finding a way to get the shoulder off the mat, Walker. My God, what a matchup here on Synergy.
And it's taking everything and more for Ace Lee to keep this one rolling, but he's got to keep going as long as the heart beats in his chest.
And now for the first time, we're really starting to see that frustration grow from Bobby Ford.
Now the ever-vocal live wire here, Carmen.
Calling for that Prince Mongo plunge. No, Lee's got him up. Lee's got him up.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
The Royal Flush. Wait a minute, Lee's not done.
Yeah, Ace, I mean, you might as well go for the pin, or you could go for broke. We're gambling big tonight, Carmen.
We're talking about double or nothing, folks. If he misses this could be a game changer, but he connects. And Ace Lee puts away the live wire.
Incredible.
Here is your winner, the wild card, Ace Lee.
What a matchup here on DCW Synergy. The wild card Ace Lee picking up a huge victory over the debuting Bobby Ford.
There is no doubt that Ace Lee is the top of the top, the creme de la creme. And tonight, he has put down one of Memphis' top wrestlers.
One of the most impressive stars on the DCW roster. The sky is certainly the limit for this young man, Ace Lee, in his quest for championship gold. But folks, up next, it's the main event we've all been waiting for. Do not go anywhere, because right after this break, the DCW Championship is on the line as Andy V10 Hansen set to defend against the world travel Shreddy.
Sting Jefferson, spend 30, get 10.
Do your thing, dope boy.
Totino's Pizza Rolls.
Tastes like a touchdown.
Paso, the old El Paso.
Spend $30 on General Mills products, get a $10 reward.
Today we're unboxing Charmin Ultra Soft Smooth Tear. Wow! These wavy edges tear so much better than ordinary squares. And it's way softer. Charmin Ultra Soft Smooth Tear, definitely recommend. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
This is a meal. We're talking a good food that makes you feel good meal. You feeling that? Now, meal this. A salad for the first time in a week meal. A catching up with your ex meal.
So, how's your mom?
Been there. Ooh, a scoring cool dad points meal.
Obviously.
Thank you. Do I spy and I need 5 minutes to myself meal? Whatever you're feeling, at Panera, it just meals good.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, watch me. Level up, 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 level up. All this on me so yummy. No, you want this yummy, yummy all in your tummy.
You want to talk about a feel-good story? Andy V10 Hansen, a man who was struck by a pickup truck and survived, went on to become a wrestler, not just a wrestler. Started here at the Diamond Mine Academy, worked his way from the bottom up, and just in a matter of a couple weeks, Walker has found himself not at the top of one division, but two divisions as he now is the holder of both the Tag Team Championship and the DCW Heavyweight Championship.
Well, we talked about it earlier on, Carter. We're going to talk about it a little bit throughout our main event tonight. It's one thing to win the championship back-to-back weeks, mind you, but now you're not just the top of one division, you're at the top of two, and you have to be able to defend in both of them. Let's see what Andy Hansen can do tonight.
With twice the amount of targets on your back here tonight, the Heavyweight Championship on the line, stiff competition as Andy V10 Hansen facing off against England's hardest man, the British bodybuilding champion himself, in Shreddy.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is your main event and is for the DCW Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first, the challenger from London, England. He is a world warrior, the jacked, stacked Daddy Shreddy. And his opponent from Talladega, Alabama. He is one half of the DCW Tag Team Champions and your DCW Heavyweight Champion, Andy V10 Hansen.
Andy's revved up, ready to go, looking for his first defense of the DCW Heavyweight Championship. And there we get a good look at the prize on the line. The top prize of DCW here in our main event. Carmen Michael and Walker Stewart on the call as we're set. The match officially underway. Hansen, Shreddy, Heavyweight Championship on the line.
It is an international affair of the highest order here tonight. London, England's own Shreddy taking on Talladaga's own Andy V10 Hansen.
Of course, tonight's main event powered by Big Bad Breakfast in Mobile, Alabama. Big Bad Breakfast serves up comfort food that hits every time, whether you're fueling up for work or recovering from a big night out. Start your day the big way at Big Bad Breakfast.
Well, I think Andy V10 Hansen may need some heavy recovery after this matchup. One way or another, win, loss, or draw. I mean, you don't walk into a ring with Shreddy and then walk away the same man you walked in as.
We're talking about a man who already has faced a lot of competition these last few weeks, not just winning the DCW Heavyweight Championship over the champion Jack Passion, but then entering himself into the Tag Team Championship tournament. We're talking about 3 grueling matches, and now finds himself in the ring with a world-traveled competitor in Shreddy.
I mean, Carmen, you've been around the block enough times to know that Jack Passion certainly cannot be happy about the fact that Shreddy has walked all the way over from London, England just to find himself in the main event tonight.
Jack Passion certainly has made his opinions known these last few weeks about Andy V10 Hansen holding what he still claims to be his championship. I got to imagine he's got to be feeling some type of way about Shreddy. I would imagine, in his opinion, jumping the line.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You know, it's interesting to see the way that Shreddy and Andy Hansen are kicking off this matchup here tonight. A bit of a technical approach for 2 men that you would argue certainly power athletes in the flesh.
Well, it seems like Andy V10 Hansen certainly has done his homework here. Shreddy with a history of shoulder separation issues. Looking to take advantage. The power lifter and bodybuilder certainly has put on a lot of mass. However, a lot of damage has been accrued as well.
Got word from None other than Shreddy during one of our commercial breaks earlier on in the evening, where he happened to mention to me, well, Walker, if I win the DCW Heavyweight Championship, I'm not just going to turn it into the World Championship. I'm going to make it the Super Heavyweight Championship. Nobody's as big as Shreddy, and well, he's jacked, stacked, and he's Daddy, Carmen. How are you going to argue with him?
Shreddy looking to take that championship across the globe, on into the cover.
Ooh.
Looking to put things away early here. Showing just how close he was to putting away the champion, Andy V10 Hansen. Shreddy looking to make this a global championship, looking to take this onto his world-famous Shreddy Breck YouTube channel, to take it across England, Japan, Ireland, defending this championship across the globe. But again, the question remains, if Shreddy is to win the championship, when's the next time we'll even see it back here at DCW?
We may go many, many months without seeing our DCW Heavyweight Champion, and that would be an absolute shame. I mean, I've been in the position in organizations past where, for instance, our IWGP Heavyweight Champion wasn't seen for many, many months when John Moxley held that title many years ago. And so, truth be told, Andy Hansen is not just fighting for the DCW Heavyweight title, he's fighting for Diamond Championship Wrestling here, and the fans know that in Mobile.
That's really been something that Andy V10 Hansen has been doing for quite some time. He carries that DCW flag proudly wherever he goes, and Hansen with a slight height advantage here. Could be using that for extra leverage.
Ooh.
Really leaning into that shoulder block. Still unable to bring down the Jack Stack Daddy himself. Two powerhouses meeting in the middle. Neither man budging.
I mean, we're talking two. Incredible physiques here. But only one man is going to be smarter than the other at the end of the day, and right now it looks to be Shreddy.
When it comes to the experience advantage, clearly Shreddy outweighs Andy V10 Hansen in every way imaginable. Has had hard-fought battles against the likes of Scotty 2 Hotty, Drilla Maloney, Rampage Brown, some of the top names of the European wrestling scene, whereas Andy V10 Hansen coming in the champion, but also could be coming in as the underdog, still not quite as proven as Shreddy.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And it's not often you talk about a heavyweight champion and an underdog in the exact same sentence, unless you're talking about their opposition. And right now, Shreddy looking to really put on display what it means to be London, England's own. Ooh!
Hip toss, Shreddy landing pretty hard, but only a 1 count.
You got to admire, the passion. You got to admire the heart of a man like Andy V10 Hansen to not only take the hits that he's taken in his career and outside of the ring, but now step up and take the challenge to Shreddy, take the defense to Shreddy of that DCW Heavyweight title.
I think that's really why the crowd here in Mobile, Alabama has gravitated towards Andy V10 Hansen. He's charismatic, yes, but he is 100% genuinely authentic himself each and every night. Every time he steps in the ropes, Andy V10 Hansen wears his heart on his sleeve and lays it all in the ring each and every time. That's exactly what he's going to have to do here tonight if he wants to walk out with a championship. His toughest task today, caught, driven into the mat
that was
for the championship. And V10 somehow kicking out at 1. The veteran now mounting the champion, raining down these hammer fists.
Shreddy knows that if you have a man the height and size of Andy Hansen down, you got to keep him down as much as possible.
Shreddy with his eyes set on the champion, charging in. A hell of a splash into the corner. And now, could be going for one more. Nobody home this time around. The champion had it scouted.
Oh!
Into the cover to retain. No! Shreddy able to get his shoulder off the mat at 2. And this fight will continue.
Can you imagine how debilitating it will feel for Andy Hansen if he walks away without the heavyweight title tonight, giving it up not only to a newcomer in DCW, but a man who doesn't even know the haps of Mobile, Alabama.
Into the cover. Hansen hanging in there. Folks, again, if you were just now joining us, it is our main event for DCW Synergy. The DCW Heavyweight Championship on the line, and the stakes could not get any higher here for Andy V10 Hansen. His first defense of the championship. We've already got competitors lining up from around the globe to challenge for the title. for Andy V10 Hansen. It's about defending DCW from the foreign invader here in Shreddy. Oh! Samoan drop, driving all the air out of the lungs of Andy V10 Hansen, and now full head of steam, drives the elbow into the midsection.
That's a lot of mass.
Into the cover. We could have a new champion.
No.
Shreddy, the veteran, knowing if you're able to knock the wind out of your opponent, that's an excellent time to try to capitalize. Yep. Excellent time to try to make a pinfall attempt.
There's no doubt about it. You're looking at a diamond in the rough right here in Shreddy, but that does not mean he is Diamond Championship Wrestling. Andy Hansen is the spirit of DCW right now.
Right now, that spirit of DCW being tested as the powerhouse. Shreddy just laying waste to our champion, makes his way to the outside now. What does Shreddy have in mind? Look at this!
Oh, come on.
Throw it across that bottom rope. With Shreddy down on his knees, he's really able to pull down with extra force. You see the triceps popping there as he looks to further drive the air out of Andy V10 Hansen.
Andy getting a lot of time to recuperate, a lot of time to isolate himself, but Shreddy right back on the attack here, Carmen.
Andy V10 Hansen, you hear each and every night how fired up he is. This is a man who comes in with a hell of a gas tank. This is a man who prides himself on his cardio, his stamina, and right now we're really seeing that being put to the test by Shreddy.
I mean, it could be running on E soon enough, and that is if Shreddy manages to land this.
Look at the power here. Oh, Hansen able to find his way out. Now Hansen hoisting up Shreddy.
Wow.
Plants him, but unable to capitalize, Walker.
That is unadulterated strength we're talking about here.
We're getting into the deep waters of the matchup here. The further this match goes on, you have to imagine the more it favors Shreddy.
I mean, potentially so, but I mean, this crowd has certainly drawn their battle lines, and these people are going to be well behind Andy V10 Hansen here.
Andy now firing away with a right hand, showing he still has that fighting spirit. The tanks may be depleted, but Hansen still giving it everything he's got. That explosive offense just powering through Shreddy.
Oh!
Spine buster into the mat. And again, Shreddy able to kick out. You can sense the desperation from the crowd here in Mobile, Alabama, hanging on every single move of Andy V10 Hansen. They do not want Shreddy to walk out of here with that championship gold.
The state of DCW lies in the massive, massive shoulders of V10 here tonight. But right now, Shreddy looking to turn things around here, Carmen.
Swinging a miss with a clothesline, and now Hansen for the Saito suplex. Hansen leveling the playing fields here.
Andy Hansen with that diesel tank and a Ferrari engine. Right now, this man is riding and is rolling all the way to hopefully retaining this DCW Heavyweight title. Has to defend the honor of Diamond Championship Wrestling here.
Andy Hansen's first defense of the championship. And we knew he'd have a target on his back. I don't think we could have known that we'd have people from all across the globe coming after that champion. Wait just a minute.
Hold on.
Speaking of champions.
One moment. That's Crusher Cottrell and
former heavyweight champion Crusher Cottrell and former three-time champion Jack Pasha. Pasha just threw a wrench into the ring.
Well, that's a wrench
That's
in
a
the plan.
turnbuckle.
Well, you're right. You're right about that. Well, where the hell did he get that from?
Wait a minute. Oh, low blow! A low blow from Passion!
Give me a break.
No! Not this way, damn it! Not this way!
The spear from Shreddy. It's over. We have a new DCW Heavyweight Champion.
And the new DCW Heavyweight Champion, Shreddy.
What did we just witness? Hansen and Cottrell. Not just costing Andy V10 Hansen, but but turning their backs on DCW. Handing the championship gold over to Shreddy. Folks, we've got a brand new DCW Heavyweight Champion. What does this mean for the future of the company?